Hey guys, this is Natalie Manning, and I'm taking a moment to share with you my why. And what I mean about my why is why I made this decision to become a motivational speaker. This decision came out of my own journey of recovery and just wanted to give back to people in a big way. I've been in recovery for about 27 years, and about 2 years in, I made this decision that I wanted to become an addiction counselor, because I was realizing that, you know what, at all the things that I've been going through in my life, all the wrong decisions, all the bad decisions that I still made on my journey, I said, you know what, I found a solution to my problem. I said, you know, I can fix this. You know, in spite of what I went through as a child, in spite of all the feelings about myself, I could fix this. There was a solution to my problem, and I could fix it. So I began to learn about addiction, about what that meant and why people use drugs and what was going on, and why would somebody make a decision to put something inside of them that could kill them? Why? Why did I do it? And over the years, and it's been almost 25 years that I've been in counseling in the field of addiction, that I realized that there were some broken pieces, and people did not have a solution on how to fix or mend those broken pieces. And I said to myself, Natalie, you're learning this, and why not share it with people? So I've done that. You know, I've talked to men. I talked to men in the criminal population. I talked to men on parole who've been incarcerated for years and came out, and I talked to them, and I talked to women. I talked to women who had children. I talked to them, and I talked to young children, and I talked to older women, and I talked to older men to help them put the pieces together on why they took the path they took. Because a lot of times when you're looking on the outside of someone who's going through stuff, you ask yourself, why would someone throw their life away? I want to tell you this, there's a reason why. Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, you know what, I just want to commit crimes, or I just want to, use drugs. Yeah, we make these decisions, but there's something back there. There's something that's fueling that decision. There's something back there that's saying, you know what, this is the choice I have right now. For right now, this is going to fix my problem. Howbeit, it didn't fix it. Howbeit, the wrong decisions, but it helped temporarily. And if you're someone who hasn't been through trauma, it will be difficult for you to understand why people make those decisions. And because I've been through it, because I've been there, because I experienced addiction, because I experienced domestic violence, because I experienced sabotage in my life, I clearly understand what's behind there and what fuels, what takes someone from this place, to go to the bottom. I can remember interviewing a police chief of New York City in the hospital in New York and trying to get him to come into treatment, and he was like, no. And there was officers out there in the emergency room just waiting for him to make this decision, and if he didn't, there was going to be some consequences. And this officer did not want to go to detox, and he was willing to risk his career. I remember interviewing an adjunct professor from Columbia University and sitting across from me and sharing with me the story of how his life came from, not only adjunct, he graduated from Columbia. So he was an extremely intelligent man. But he's sitting across the desk from me and saying, how do I get my life back? He had the solution to his academics, but he didn't have the solution to the emotional stuff that was going on, that no matter what you do on the outside, no matter what achievements you make on the outside, if you don't mend those broken pieces, it'll come out somewhere in your life, through drug use, by getting involved in abusive relationships, because of not knowing how to mend those pieces and develop new skills to go forth in spite of the trauma, in spite of the pain, and go on and have wonderful lives, because you can. So as I began to mend my broken pieces, and I began to acquire some tools, and I began to learn the hows and what to do, and the practice and the patience, and work on all those things inside of me, I began to see my life take off. To the point that there was something in me that says, Natalie, you know what? It's time to give back. And yeah, you've been giving back. Yeah, you've been doing a counseling thing. Yes, you did all of that. But there's so many people out there that is still hurting, that needs to hear what you have to say. And that's when I decided I am going for it. And that was about a year ago that I began to make the decision and taking leaps of faith and just trusting the process on how do I become this motivational speaker. And I've been doing that for the last almost years, like I said. So I'm excited. You know, and it's just amazing that someone like me, who was so shy, that was such an introvert, that didn't speak up, that walked around with a head down, that can be sitting right here, confidently, assertively, sharing and willing to share my own stuff, just to help somebody else. You know, and God saved me. So I take it seriously about sharing with someone. And the thing about I've learned in this process of being an addiction professional and an anger management specialist and dealing with all these different people, not all of them are homeless, and not all of them are jobless, and not all of them are degreeless. There's a lot of people also out there that are in good positions, who have degrees, who somehow find themselves hitting a bottom. And a lot of them are afraid to seek some help. So I am going to share my story because I don't mind. You know, I moved past worrying about what people think about me if I share the truth of who I am. I think it's such a benefit to share who I am and some of my experience, and, you know, keep things on a real level. My hope is that it allows someone else to feel comfortable enough to say, you know what, me too. And I'm ready to get help. And how can I fix this? So I'm going to use my motivational speaking platform to continue to bring you videos, continue to post my messages on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter. Continue to do, you know, speak at speaking engagements. Whoever will willing to hear my story, I don't mind. I don't mind because I know who I am, and my self-esteem has grown so much that I don't have to pretend anymore. I don't have to paint these pictures anymore. This is who I am, and I'm a beautiful somebody. And when I talk about beautiful, I'm talking about on the inside. I feel so good about myself. And today when I look in that mirror, I love who's looking back. And that wasn't always the case.